And he said to me, wow, I didn't know they had black people in Canada.
Oh, Lord.
I obviously thought he was kidding, but then he said, wow.
Dang! Woo! Oh, my Lord.
Hey guys, welcome back to Foreign Reacts. Today we're going to be doing one of my favorites again. What's the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you? I've never had this experience for myself, obviously. But I'm really embarrassed every time I watch these videos because there have been some dumbass questions. I'm like, dang, this really happened? But either ways, man, I really do hope you guys are having a good day. Please do subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Join the family here at Foreign Reacts, where we only do foreign reaction. Everything done here has to be foreign to the reactor, and that's who I am. So sit back, relax, and let's see what's the dumbest thing an American has ever said to these folks who you will see in this video. But either ways, guys, I also have a channel, Sports Feedback. We do sports reaction over there, and I'm going to plug a video right now. You guys can tell me how you like that video in the comment section down below. But better yet, I'd really appreciate it if you guys actually subscribe to that channel and maybe get to 1,000 subscribers. Really would appreciate it. And for all the folks who have been subscribed to Foreign Reacts thus far, thank you for subscribing. We're at 8,000 subscribers, and that is amazing. It's exponential growth, and that's what we try to achieve here. But either way, guys, let's get right into this reaction video.
I'm kind of curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
I was chatting to an American over an internet video call, and she asked me, do you guys have internet down there? So I thought I'd be funny, and I said, yeah, we have internet, but we don't have automatic internet. We have manual internet, so where you've got to turn a crank, and you charge up some internet, and you sort of go for about 5 minutes, get about half an hour of internet, and she like fully believed it.
What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
I will literally never forget the time somebody told me to go back to my own country.
What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So my ethnicity is native Russian. It's called Yakut.
Hey, yo, you couldn't tell she Russian, bro. Yo, Russian. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, I really had a thing for Russia, bro, but I'm really disappointed, bro. I'm mad disappointed, bro. I'm mad disappointed. I ain't trying to even make this video political, bro, but I'm really mad disappointed. A lot of folks still trying to be on my A and trying to say, oh, America did this. I don't care what America did. I don't care. Anybody who attacks somebody's innocence, they're a problem. And I don't care. I'm not trying to defend nobody. It doesn't matter, right? It's bad. It's bad. It's just bad. And right now I'm witnessing Russia doing that, and it's bad. And I'm really disappointed in Russia, bro. But shout out to all the Russians out there who are not for this cause, because, man, much love to all y'all folks.
Our physical traits, as you can see, are Asian. I study in the States, and this guy asks me, oh, where are you from? And I say, I'm from Russia.
Russia.
And he's like, no, I mean, like, where are you from? And I'm like, I'm from Russia.
Russia.
And he's like, okay, then where are your parents from? And I say, imagine, they're from Russia too. And he's like, well, I thought that you were Asian. Fuck a motherfucker твою мага, I am Asian. I don't know how your brain works, but you think if I'm from Russia, I cannot be Asian when I clearly am Asian, and vice versa. If you studied your geography a little bit, you will know that half of Russia, the biggest country in the world, it's really hard to miss it on the map, is in Asia. You really think that...
Yo, bro, the accent just makes this hella more funny. And why do I enjoy the Russian language, bro? It's really fun to hear them speak in an aggressive and a fast-paced manner. Like, what? Do you hear this woman right now? She's just ranting, and it sounds like a total comedy, bro.
Habib Nurmagomedov's ethnicity is Russian. No, he's Dagestani. She's one of the 100 native Russian ethnicities. So yeah, I'm an Asian with Russian passport, bitch. And I got no ancestors immigrated. Don't mix your history with my history.
Hey, yo!
What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Hi.
What's good with you?
Here. Before I get started, just for reference, the US is here, and we are right there.
Really?
Okay?
I never knew that.
I'm going to try to go in order from least ridiculous to most ridiculous, so stay tuned until the end.
All right.
Firstly, I've been asked numerous times if you need a passport to enter Canada. Like we're not a whole ass other country.
Yeah, you need a
I've been
passport.
asked if we ride polar bears, typical. If we have roads, if we have cars, if we go to school. These are serious questions, by the way, like they were being serious. But the worst one was when I went to Ohio to coach a basketball camp, and I was talking to one of the coaches. He was the coach of a JUCO, okay? Black man in his 40s. And he said to me, wow, I didn't know they had black people in Canada.
Oh, Lord.
I obviously thought he was kidding, but then he said, wow.
Dang! Woo! Oh, my Lord. I would want to be defending the brother, the man. I would want to defend him, but good Lord, that is wow. Did not know they have black people in Canada. Y'all know that Canada got a lot of different people going on over there, right? A lot of different type of stuff. French, they literally have, if I'm not mistaken, Canada has two, what do you say, frequently spoken language, and that's French and also English, right? If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But they got mad differences over there in Canada, like mad differences. Just like America got mad differences, just that Canada has a lot more dominant type stuff. I did reaction videos to Canada before, and I learned a lot of stuff. So I don't know. They could be wrong. I don't know.
Does that mean you're like one of the only black people over there? Like,
No.
Did you move there from the States? You're American, right? You have to be.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
When I first moved to the U.S. from Saudi Arabia, a waitress named Ashley looked
Don't
me
name
dead
drop.
ass in the eyes and asked me if it snows in Islam.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So I'm born and raised in the States, but my family's Brazilian, and I would often go back to Brazil to go and visit my other relatives. When I would come back from Brazil and go to school, people would ask me how I was posting stuff. And I would say, what do you mean? And they were like, don't they not have internet there? And I would just be completely dumbfounded. And I would say, what do you mean? Of course we have internet. And they would ask me, how do you get it? So I would literally tell them, oh, we have a monkey and we bribe him with a coconut. And we have him run on a spinning wheel. And that's how our internet works. And they believed me.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So I'm an Australian, and I'm in New York for the first time. Never been to America, and I'm having dinner with like 10 Americans that I met there, right? Getting along with them great. And one of the guys says something really funny, so I laughed, and then I go, man, you're a fucking sick cunt. And the whole table just stopped, went completely silent, and just stared at me. And then the guy that I called a sick cunt goes, dude, never say that word. Like, not even in private. What a fucking dumb cunt.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
What does a cunt mean in Australia? Like, what does it mean to you guys? Like, if you're anybody's Australian here, y'all let me know, man, because that would be really interesting to find out a different perspective of that word. It's very interesting.
So, in 2013, I went to America for the first time ever. It was to New York, and I absolutely loved it. I went for on a family holiday.
Okay.
And while I was there, at one point, I started talking to this American girl. And the second I started speaking, she was like, oh my God, like, you have an accent. And I said, yes, I have an accent. And she goes, yeah, but like, your accent's different. And I said, yeah, of course it's different. I'm from the UK. I have a British accent. It's different to yours. And she goes, wait, I have an accent? To which I said, yes, you have an American accent. I'm British. I've got a British accent. You're American. You got an American accent. A French person would have a French accent. And a German person would have a German accent.
Right.
And this girl looked so confused and so bewildered. She just was not understanding that concept. And it just made me think, how closed off are you guys to the real world? Like, there's more than just America. Come on.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you? Here's one of mine. I remember getting into an argument with an American over Discord about how many states they have. He was convinced that America had 40. Keep in mind, he's American. They have 50. I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest...
40? What? It's okay not to know all the states. I'll give you a pass. And when I say it's okay, I don't think that I'm trying to say it's justifiable. Okay, it's good to not know it. No, it's just I'm trying to give, a levels to this. You don't know all the states, right? But you know the total amount of states, right? It's like you know how many numbers are there to count to 10, but you don't know all of the numbers in 10 from 1 to 10. You know what I'm saying? So it's really sad that somebody would say this to Buddy. Like, why? Like, how? 40?
Thing an American has ever said to you.
So I used to work at this winery on the east coast of Canada. It's like kind of close to a port city. So sometimes cruise ships would come in and people could come down to the winery for the day. So one time this group of Americans came down off a cruise ship and I gave them the tour, and the tour finishes outside in the vines, in the vineyards. And they look up and there's birds flying around, and the birds are bald eagles, which in this part of the world, bald eagles are very common, see them every day, no biggie. But these tourists start freaking out, like they're taking photos, one guy has binoculars, and they couldn't stop saying like how good the hospitality was and that we would do this for them. And I was like, do what for you? And they were like, well, these birds, like bald eagles, are American, so like you must have brought them here for us. So these people thought that A, bald eagles don't exist outside of the US, and B, this winery that sees thousands of people a day imported these birds for their pleasure.
Curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Where were you born?
China.
America. Oh, so like where were your parents born?
China.
America. But why do you have an accent? I don't. I have a speech impediment. No, you don't. It's an accent. Well, damn. Let me just go tell my speech therapist that.
Yeah, because I don't get it. I don't get nothing from her. I don't hear no difference. So I was like kind of dumbfounded right here. So somebody like I got speech impediment too. Sometimes I cannot say certain words, and I have to do it over and over and over and over and over before the word comes out. Because we all humans. We got a little bit of tweaks and cycleness going on.
Save some money.
I'm kind of curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Right, so I'm an actress, and this year I was shooting a movie in England, and one of the crew guys walks up to me and he's like, where are you from? Your English is really good. And I was like, well, I'm from Bulgaria. And he just stares at me for a second and goes,
what is that?
Bulgaria? How are you an actress? Don't you still live in caves?
I'm kind of curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So being from South Africa and having worked in America for a couple of years, I've been asked, how did I get here, in America? Told them we had teams of 4 in one rowboat and then each guy gets an hour to row. I've been asked, how did you learn to speak English so quickly? So I said, no, that's easy. That's just like a 2-day course, easy. I've been asked, have you really got pet lions? So I said, no, I don't. I've got a cheetah, but my neighbor's got the lion. I've had, how can you be from Africa? Because you're white. So I said, well, have you never heard of an albino? Just, I don't know where they get the shit from. But it's quite fun once you start going with it. And they believe every fucking word.
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
That's really embarrassing. I cannot stress it enough how embarrassing this is. Like just to think about it, that people legitimately look at you, think that way, believe what you say. Like it's not possible. Like it's not possible. I've been in a situation like this before, but it's not ever been that bad, right? Like I've never asked like dumb question like you live in a cave, you live this, you live that. I just don't know how okay. Let's say I met somebody from Denmark and they were like, oh, I'm from Denmark. And I would be like, oh, what is it like over there? I would not be like, oh, do you guys use horses to transport yourselves? No, I wouldn't do that. That's dumb because if you are in the 21st century, likely they are going to be in the same thing, right? So similarities are very much everywhere in this world, believe it or not, right? So yeah, that's the reason why sanctions actually affect Russia, because similarities. Either ways, man, we out of this cycledness, the dumbest things an American ever said to you. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I did. It was really funny as usual. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.